Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. We have made it, guys, to the penultimate episode, the episode before the finale of The Mandalorian Season 3. Of course, this is episode 7. We won't know the title until we get into the episode. This is actually the episode that aired early last weekend during Star Wars Celebration to the fans who were there. And even though they tell people, don't spoil anything, I'm pretty sure they were spoiling things. Now, I have a friend of mine who doesn't really care about spoilers too much, but he's like, it is what it is. I asked him, hey, would you mind looking into it and seeing what people thought about the screening, if you can find stuff, people talking about it. And he looked into it and he said, it sounds great. Sounds like it's going to be a good time. Okay, so it's going to be worth waking up. And this morning, as I'm checking Twitter, not really thinking about it too much. I'm just checking Twitter. Saw some people saying it's an amazing episode. So I'm like, okay, well, this is worth getting up for. So I was like, okay, let's do this thing. So last week's episode, I still have a lot of thoughts about it. There's this whole debate about cameos and Star Wars appearances and all that kind of stuff. But it just felt like, to me, at the end of the day, Jack Black, Lizzo, and Christopher Lloyd, even though Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd, like, that's cool seeing them. Lizzo, are we ever going to see these characters again? Like, are they actually going to matter in the great scheme of things? People are saying, well, it's world building, but if it's world building, if they actually appear or if they have some sort of connective tissue or connection later, and I don't know if they will, even though they said, well, the whole Mandalore thing, we could, it's like, I don't know if that's really going to happen, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? But at the end of the day, the big thing at the end was that Bo has the Darksaber now, which they brought up the whole thing in episode 2 where she saved him. I don't know. But anyways, so I'm excited to get this episode, guys. I'm not going to waste too much more time. It's fucking early as hell. I want to sleep, but I want to check out this episode to see what happens. So here we go. Episode 7, Season 3 of Mandalorian, the penultimate episode. Let's go. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Code TK2755.
Report. And make it quick, as I am sure.
Oh, shit.
Magistrate Cargo was aided by Mandalorians.
Mm-hmm.
Which Mandalorians?
The Mandalorian.
According to the reports received.
This cannot be.
Yes,
Those
it is.
factions are sworn enemies.
Which is why I contacted you with haste.
Whoa. What? What?
The New Republic will increase their efforts to hunt us down.
There are citizens loyal to the Empire.
Grand Admiral Thrawn's return will herald in the re-emergence of our military.
That Grand Admiral Thrawn is missing from your delegation. Any word on when he will be able to participate in the Shadow Council? Perhaps it's time we look to new leadership.
Hear, hear.
Dr. Pershing was captured by the New Republic.
Yeah, he was.
His research is lost. For now. The creation of clones is your obsession, not mine. I account for what goes on in my sector.
3 Praetorian guards. Sounds like someone concerned about an assassination attempt.
And what is your security concern?
Mandalorians. That they are preparing to retake their home world of Mandalore.
He's right. He actually is, yeah.
We shall be rid of the Mandalorians once and for all.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Look at the markings. See those, my friend, are Mandalorian privateers.
They're like, holy shit. This ain't gonna go well, I'm assuming. The tension. They're really building the tension.
Take the children inside.
We'll see if this goes. Yeah, this stuff is gonna bring some tension.
Welcome, fellow Mandalorians. We invite
thank you.
to make camp.
Disperse. That was our way of saying disperse. Stop it. Stop the nonsense.
That's not the only gift I have for you.
I say it's being controlled.
Well, the Anzellan stripped IG down to his base motor functions. They removed his memory circuit. The pilot provides cognition. So what do you think?
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean, no? No.
I think he's saying he's old enough to operate it.
Yes.
Careful.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's gonna get annoying really quickly.
Yes. What are you doing? Stop.
Yes.
It is time to retake our homeworld.
Finally, let's do it.
We send down a small recon party. We'll scout the surface, find out what remains of the Great Forge, and establish a safe perimeter. I need volunteers from both tribes.
Come on.
I will go.
I will go.
I will go.
A number of people saying, I will go.
I will go.
I will go. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. It's crazy.
It's worse than I thought.
Here we go. It's starting.
Go on, landing zone secure.
I mean, for now, I don't know. Now let me take you to the Mythosaur.
Ancient capital once stood.
The music. This guy's moving so fast. What the fuck is that? Okay.
Do you have food?
Food.
They're Mandalorians.
Still living on Mandalore?
Is that the voice of Lady Bo-Katan Creed?
I did surrender. I met with Moff Gideon. The ISB had reached out to me to negotiate a ceasefire. That is how Moff Gideon came to possess the Darksaber.
Okay, now we know.
I didn't trust him, but it was the only chance I had to...
We were taught that everyone but us had forsaken the way. That you were selfish and uncaring.
I don't know if I can keep everyone together. There's too much animosity.
That is true.
And
We have the
blade
Darksaber,
is all
so...
I have to...
What means more to me is honor and loyalty.
We can bring you there.
They know where it is. Oh, okay.
Submit or fight.
This is not good. Come on, Bo, step in. Using the jetpack. There you go. I don't want either side to win, though. This is, you know. Damn. No. I guess Grogu can step in? I mean, that was good.
You didn't learn that from me.
What the fuck? What is it? Definitely not. I was like, is that a Mythosaur? No, no. Get out of there, kid. Jesus Christ. They have to work together on this. That's what's happening. They have to work together.
This is what's left of the Great Forge. This is what's the heart of our civilization.
Those aren't Mandalorians.
Those are not Mandalorians. Oh, fuck.
I'll lay down cover.
Go, 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 go. Damn, this is intense. Jesus Christ. Jesus. He's fucking lead. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
What is this place?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
They're fucking taking him.
Oh, that's... Oh, my God.
Disarm him.
What the fuck, dude?
Thank you for gathering the Mandalorians into one place.
Oh, fuck. This is bad. This is bad.
You were a talented people, forged from Beskar alloy. By aggregating the best of each, I will create an army that will bring order to the galaxy. Take him. To the debriefing room.
Debriefing?
Bo-Katan.
You
We have to
shocked?
stop meeting like this. Surrender the Darksaber and tell these people that this planet is mine.
No. Of course he's out of there. He ain't fucking around.
We're not leaving you behind.
Come on.
Go! There are too many.
No!
Dude, he is just fucking... Hey, he's taking a lot of them out. That's a positive. Eat my fucking gun. Jesus. Dude, he's just fucking going. He's just going. Fuck, I knew it wasn't over. Oh, shit. It's not fair, though. 3 against 1? Jesus. That's the end of the episode, isn't it? That's the fucking end. Rick felt me up. Amazing. This is easily one of the best episodes of The Mandalorian, not just for season 3, but I think as a whole. This episode was so good and so many great moments, and the storytelling and just the progression of it and just the pacing, it was so good. First of all, rest in peace. I think I pronounced his name Paz Vizsla. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He went out like a fucking boss. He went out taking out so many of those guys. And then, of course, here comes those 3. I forget what they called them, but they're from the sequel trilogy. I know. I think it was in The Last Jedi. I think that's when they appeared. But that is why Moff Gideon wanted them, just in case. Because he was mowing them down to the point where his like, gauntlet blaster, his fucking, machine gun, whatever, it stopped working. So he just started fucking mowing down by him, just hitting him and shit. He didn't stand a chance. But he took out a lot of those guys. So it wasn't like he died for nothing. He was protecting the rest of the Mandalorians who had needed to escape. And he went out. His last words, "This is the way." He knew it wasn't going to make it. There was a moment, like, maybe it's silent, but it's too quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's too quiet after he was able to defeat all of them. I mean, God. Moff Gideon being revealed to being on Mandalore, that's where he's been this whole time. That's pretty much what they're confirming here, is insane. Because the question is, where's Moff Gideon this whole time? Now, I wish they wouldn't have waited so long to reveal Moff Gideon where he was, but at the same time, whenever they would have went to Mandalore is when they would have discovered this. So the fact that we had to wait quite a bit to get to this point, because the whole retaking Mandalore has been kind of talked about even before the season started. Like, oh, okay, so Din's supposed to go back to Mandalore. Maybe there'll be the retaking of Mandalore. So we thought it would have happened sooner, and I wish it would have. But this episode fucking delivered. And this explains why Moff just wasn't being found, And that opening scene where he's talking to, I forget her name, but she clearly is not working for, the good guys, clearly. And she's like, I had to let you know immediately because we got this information and that the Mandalorians actually helped and all that kind of stuff with Navarro. It's like, he's like, what? It's like, what do you mean Mandalorians? Like, they're working together? It's like, yeah. Like, now that there's 2 different, 2 different factions working together. It's like, that's impossible. Like, it's actually not. Now, there was a lot of tension with that. But it was really well done, because it wasn't to the point where they immediately started fighting and yelling at each other as soon as they were in the same spot facing each other when they showed up to Navarro, and they all took their helmets off on one side, and they're all sitting there going, the fuck? Like, Bo-Katan, we're still getting used to that because we saw that happen and then she left, but now all of you guys taking your helmets off, and so and then thankfully the armorer's like, guys, with her own way of saying, let's have a meal, disperse, we're gonna be welcoming our guests, disperse, because we don't want the tension. And then when they get to Mandalore and seeing where both sides actually like stepped up to help with the basically scouting mission on Mandalore, they find other Mandalorians. And I was getting kind of concerned because as we're seeing these Mandalorians, and especially when they keep cutting to the armor flying the ship up, I'm thinking, is there about to be a twist here? Which the twist was that Moff Gideon is on the planet. But I'm thinking, is there something going to happen to where these are not actually Mandalorians? Because like they just kept cutting to her, like flying up. I'm like, are they going to reveal something like they were pretending to be sick and they're actually waiting just for her to like? And maybe that's still happening. Maybe there is a twist, but it was like there's actually Mandalorians still here, which I guess would make sense because even though the planet's completely desolate, there's probably Mandalorians who just never left or never got captured or whatever. They give a lot of information in this episode. Like they had that Dark Council or Shadow Council as it was called, which was a great little thing. And they mentioned Grand Admiral Thrawn several times because his return is supposed to be imminent, but he's not showing up. He's missing essentially. Moff Gideon making that point, saying that, you know, you keep mentioning that Grand Admiral Thrawn's supposed to show up, but what's going on? It's like, well, it's supposed to be secret. And he's like, well, look, we need to make a stand, and we can't wait around. Like he's basically saying, we just can't wait around for Thrawn. We can't. So I think this is kind of setting up Thrawn's arrival in Ahsoka. I'm guessing that's going to be what is kind of the tie-in. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any more mention of Thrawn in Episode 8. Like, I'm just curious how this is all going to play out. Because Moff Gideon just fucking showed up in this episode being amazing. Like, just, oh my god, he's such a great actor. And the fact is, too, like, hearing him say that when I was offered this role to play Moff Gideon, his one thing, he wanted a cape. And just seeing the cape, like, just wearing it like a badass, just knowing that that was his one thing. And now with him having the armor, like essentially like a Mandalorian, and having all the armor for all these different, you know, people working under him, and having the helmet like a Mandalorian, he's basically a version of Darth Vader now. With the helmet, like, because this black, like, really cool fucking suit and that really cool Mandalorian helmet, he looks like Darth Vader, like, in a sense, like he's a version. It's really crazy. And this guy, he had this shit all planned out. He knew they were coming. He knew eventually this was going to happen. And the fact is, too, they were leading them. They were leading them to that little area. They captured Din. Don't know what's going to happen there. I'm going to assume they're going to take off his helmet. They're going to torture him, I'm guessing. Man, Grogu was sad. By the way, that IG-12 thing, the IG-11, 12, whatever suit, that was so funny. No. And then he stopped the fight. He stopped the fight between them two, which was a pretty good fight, by the way. So we had to let it go for a little bit, because Bo-Katan's like, yeah, this is bound to happen eventually. But that was pretty good so far. But then, you know, Grogu's like, no. Stop. No. He was hitting it so fast, it wasn't registering it fast enough, because it could only go, no. But he was like, no. He's just slamming that button. It's kind of interesting to have, in a sense, for Grogu to speak, kind of, right? Even though he was being a menace with the whole, like, just eating food and shit. But that's Grogu for you, right? I think. Okay, so there was a scene that I wanted to mention, because I was trying, make sure I don't forget this. Bo-Katan's conversation, well, two things about Bo-Katan that she revealed. Well, one reveal, one a pretty interesting conversation. Firstly, we finally got the confirmation in basically what happened to where Moff Gideon got the Darksaber. Like, we were trying to figure out, how did he get it? What is behind that? So apparently Moff Gideon was given the Darksaber because Bo-Katan was surrendering, and there was a deal in place to where I give you the Darksaber, you stop bombing Mandalore, you leave the other Mandalorian lives alone, and he, of course, betrayed her, and then that's what occurred to Mandalore. So he was around. He was around during that time. So there's the connection there, because there's a lot of questions of how the hell did he get the Darksaber? Now we know. So And the Mandalorians who were still on the planet were shocked, because we knew you didn't surrender. And she's like, I did, to try to save everybody, but then I got betrayed. She was trying to do what was best. So I feel like her choice was not a bad one. It was just, you should not have trusted freaking Moff Gideon, but she didn't know, right? Now she does. The second thing I thought was interesting is her and Din's small conversation, but mainly it's what her words were. I don't know if I can bring these people together. I don't know if I can actually do this. The Darksaber, right? This is supposed to unite them, but is it going to be enough? And Din makes the point to say, my people and myself, we don't really care about this Darksaber thing. However, what I care about, and Din's like, look, what I care about is loyalty, honor, and I will follow you. Your song has not yet been sung. I will follow you until it is. And that goes to show his mindset. I think that's what the armorer thinks as well, maybe. Also, too, I thought for a moment that the giant creature breaking out, I thought that was going to be a moment to where we see all of the Mandalorians working together to destroy said creature. I'm like, oh, I said in my video, I said in the reaction, I'm like, hey, this is where they're going to have to unite and work together, because there's no way they can, like, one side can do this by themselves. No, not the case at all. But then I'll stop for a second. Wait, it's breaking out. Is that Mythosaur? Like, but that'd be too convenient. I feel like the Mythosaur is going to be revealed in the finale. That's my guess. They teased the Mythosaur in episode 2, the end of episode 2. I feel like we're going to see a Mythosaur in plain view, probably, to all the Mandalorians. I'm guessing this is going to be the turning point of the finale against Moff. Don't know that if that means that Moff is going to die or whatever, because then again, you know, Moff was supposed to be in prison, and you know how that turned out. I don't know what to see, because I mean, we hear that they're working, that they want to do a season 4. The scripts are done, so maybe I think Moff Gideon's never gonna fully go away. I'm not gonna be wrong. Watch him die next week. But it was a crazy episode for sure. Lots of tension, lots of great conversation, some dialogue, and that fight sequence towards the end is fucking incredible. So well done. And yeah, hopefully Din's going to be okay. I mean, Jesus, because there's been a lot of questions about, you know, the future of Din. There's a lot of rumors about that Pedro Pascal may not continue, blah, blah, blah. And then the fact is like, it seems like this season is more focused on Bo-Katan. And the fact that Rick Fumiyama, sorry, I can't even talk. It's fucking 5:42 in the morning. I'm tired. Sorry. But he's executive producer. He directed the episode. He was quoted at Star Wars Celebration saying that the Mandalorian show was more about than just one Mandalorian, which makes sense because now we're following a lot of Mandalorians. But Bo-Katan's kind of the focus. I don't know. I mean, I think that if Din does not continue, it's going to suck, because I feel like he will. I feel like these rumors are just bogus, because we've heard these rumors during season 2 that Pedro Pascal was having problems. They're saying it's happening again. I don't know what's true, and I don't know what's not. Thing is, I just don't put belief in a lot of rumors, because anybody can make up shit. Anybody can make up shit and put it out online. That's the thing, right? So I could say I'm 10 years old. Right? It's the stupidest rumor we've ever heard, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you can literally go online, say whatever you want, and then if it gets traction, people will start repeating your shit. It happens all the time. We got this covered, did this shit all the damn time. So, yeah, so you get my point. So, we'll see what happens, but this was a really great episode. Like I said, one of the best episodes, in my opinion, of the entire show. It was so good, and it's crazy to go from episode 6 to this. It's really crazy to say that, but man, I cannot wait for the finale. I really hope it delivers. What did you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys, about this episode. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.